All right, everyone, get ready for takeoff. Today, we're flying into the direction of the economy as a whole. I'm gonna go over a Facebook post I made about 2 years ago. What do you think of the shades, huh? You like it? I looked at that. Oh my God, that is so awesome! But I'm not gonna wear them throughout the whole video. Just for the intro, maybe make a thumbnail out of it. I took some pictures, so I might make a thumbnail. I think it's cool. Get ready for takeoff. Yes, we're flying to the direction of the economy. Americans are struggling and they're living paycheck to paycheck. So today, I don't. The glasses are cool and all, but nah, I wouldn't wear them throughout the entire video. Kind of cringy, I think. But I looked at that, I thought, wow, that is so cool. That is so amazing. And so let's get right into it. Now, I posted something on Facebook about 2 years ago. I'll see if I can pull it up here. And I got some backlash from it. Let's go to Facebook. There's Facebook login. Log into Facebook. I call it Facebook because to me it's all fake anymore. Oh, I gotta go to memories. Why don't they put memories on the top here? Oh, see more. Come on. This is a laptop application here. Here we go. Memories. Okay. I'm on a laptop here. Oh, here it is. I made this post 2 years ago on June 13th, 2022. And this is what I had to say. Now, apparently people didn't want to hear it because, boy, did I get some backlash from it. And nothing negative, but people just didn't agree with me, and that's fine. But I got a lot of engagement from it. I'm going to read over some of the responses that people have. It's nothing bad. They just didn't agree. And that's fine. So, at the time, the economy was thriving. At the time I wrote this. Because what I saw was, sometimes I attend networking meetings, right? So we have realtors. We have car people in there. And the realtor sitting next to me, and he's saying houses are selling. I asked several other realtors. Yeah, their houses were selling just like that, flying off the shelf. Well, not literally flying off the shelf, but the housing market was just out of sight. It's just like they couldn't sell houses fast enough, can't build houses fast enough. So I'm going, that's a sign of a healthy economy. I mean, if the economy was bad, nobody would be selling anything, correct? Think about that for a second. It's true. If the economy was bad, nobody would be selling anything at all. So, here's what I wrote. Let's get right into it. I said, the economy has never been better. Houses are selling. Ask any realtor. They can't sell them fast enough. I just quoted that because I remember what I wrote. Cars are selling. Ask any dealership. I did. Cars were selling like hotcakes. So houses were selling, cars were selling. Two signs of a healthy economy. You can't deny that. Okay, selling. Ask any dealership. People are taking vacations and cruises. True. I was going through my Facebook feed and one person after another. I know it was summer, but still. If the economy was bad, people would not be able to afford to go on a cruise. People would not be taking vacations. Period. Not even a local vacation. In other words, going down to Branson, that's local. I talked to one waitress, and she's so broke, she's always on staycations. She doesn't even go to Branson. She never does anything. I wouldn't want to live that life. Okay? Lakes are crowded, theme parks are full. True. Of course, it's summer when I wrote this. But still, if the economy was bad, resorts would not be full. Nobody would be able to afford to go. Nobody would have the money to go to the lake. Nobody would have the money to go to the resorts. Theme parks would be empty. Who could afford to go to Steal Your Dollar City? It's Steal Your Dollar City, by the way. So if the economy was bad, I want you to think about this logically. If the economy is bad, people would not be able to afford Steal Your Dollar City. Where they steal your dollars, by the way. Yeah, I always call it that. So obviously many people have money to spend. That's what I wrote. And that's what my eyeballs were seeing. Because logic dictates that the economy was really, really bad. Steal Your Dollar City would be struggling just to get people in the door. True. Restaurants would be empty. Drive-through windows empty. Because people can't afford to go out to eat. But that's not what my eyeballs were seeing. I'm not just talking what people are posting on Facebook, because I understand people put their best foot forward on Facebook and lie. That's why they call it fake book. But I'm talking my own two eyes. Because when I lived in Springfield, I would go for walks 2 or 3 times a week. And I pay attention to the drive-thrus. And I did go out to eat, and I actually worked at a restaurant, and we would fill up. Waitresses have good tips. I'm going, obviously the economy's doing great. We were still filling up on the weekends. People had to wait in line just to get a seat. Do my eyes deceive me? No. So from my perspective, all the signs of a healthy economy were there. And people were saying, well, the economy sucks. It's bad. Really? That's not what my eyes are seeing. I mean, what was I to think, right? These Super Trooper lights get hot, and it's June, and yeah. And this leather jacket, it is part of the brand, part of the image. And so I have to come to work. You know, sometimes I wear it, not throughout the entire video. I may take it off before this video is over. Because these lights just, they put out tremendous heat. Restaurants are full. Many can't keep up with the demand. Products are flying off the shelf. True. They were. Absolutely were. Amazon can't keep up. We have inflation because there is too much money chasing too few goods and services. This is supply and demand. And I also made the comparison how I remember making $3 an hour that would buy 3 Cokes and 3 candy bars. I made a comparison here based on my, because I'm 57, so it's based on my own life. I remember making $3 an hour that would buy 3 Cokes and 3 candy bars. Today, you would make $12 an hour. You can still buy 3 Cokes and 3 candy bars at Walmart. It would, at the time, that was true. That's probably not true today. Every time I hear someone say, I remember when bread was 50 cents a loaf, I ask, what were the wages of the day? Because you always have to compare what the wages of the day were. I always ask that question. I like this lighting better. If you go to my YouTube channel, and the last 2 videos I put out, I was sitting on a green chair, and I still had these lights, but I was using a high-def camera. I mean, I was using a Canon G7X Mark II, and you could see my gray hair, you could see my wrinkles, and there were no filters. There's no filters here either. The only difference is lights and shadows. And I'm using a different camera. This only has like 12 megapixels. I think 8 with a front camera. But that Canon was getting 30 megapixels, and you could see the difference. It showed everything. So yeah. So anyway, now today, obviously the economy may be slowing down. Houses aren't selling like they were 2 years ago. Cars are not selling like they were 2 years ago. I'm hearing stories of people have to move back and live with their parents. Now, I'm not shaming people for doing that because the Asians did that. That's how they got money. That's how they were able to build wealth. The Jewish families did that. They'd have 3 or 4 generations under one roof. Americans used to live that way back in the days of the Waltons. My mom had 8 brothers and sisters. They would have 3 and 4 generations under one roof. The whole family worked for the family. But somehow things changed, and we had the perception of, well, if you're 18, why are you still living with your parents? So somehow something changed, and families became more divided, where we used to be united. But the Hispanics live that way still. A lot of Asians live that way. Asians are getting rich. That's a fact. They all work for the good of the family. They all work to help each other out. There's no denying that. Some Jewish families, especially the German Jews, were good at 3 and 4 generations under one roof. Anyway, so I'm going to read the comments that people said. This was 2 years ago. Now, 2 years later, the economy has changed. Rent is going up. There's no denying that people are struggling to find affordable housing. Now, I put out a video recently. It's on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. Just type in Jeremiah Humans on YouTube, or and watch the video I put out about this particular topic of Americans struggling. And I gave rental examples. I pulled up rent.com and stuff like that, and I based it on minimum wage. I found some apartments in Springfield, 1,100 square feet, $900 a month. Now, 1,100 square feet, my bedroom is 800, so it's bigger. It's got some livable space. But if you are making, let's say the minimum wage is about $13, $14 an hour in Springfield, Missouri, because you got to compete just to get people to come to work. So by the time you take out taxes, you're taking home $10 an hour. And if you're single, $10 an hour times 30 hours is $300. Because you're only going to get part-time hours anyway. So you're going to have a side hustle. There's no way one single individual on minimum wage can afford an apartment in Springfield. Not anything decent. And the 2-bedroom I'm talking about is a townhouse. 1,100 square foot, 2-bedroom townhouse. Let's be specific. And so I'm going, okay, now I based it on minimum wage. Now, one person working part-time, no. No, you're going to have a roommate. You're going to have a side hustle. There is no way a single person on minimum wage part-time can afford to live in Springfield. Okay, that's out of the question. Okay, so let's read the comments that people were saying. This was 2 years ago. Now, I will admit that things have changed. But in order to afford that townhouse, you're going to have to work 2 part-time jobs or take on a roommate plus work 2 jobs. And you'd probably crush it. You'd make good money. If you did it right, you can. So housing is not totally, as far as rentals, not obtainable. You just got to shop around. You know, they're out there. You just got to crunch your numbers and manage your money. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. So my next question would be, well, how much money are you spending at drive-through windows? How much money are you spending on car insurance, car payments? I've heard of these people making $700, $1,000 car payments. You can go on YouTube, you can find videos like that on TikTok rants. But the problem I have with the TikTok rants, you're going to take everything they say with a grain of salt. Because most of the time they hype it up and it's probably not even true. They're just there to get clicks. So they want to make it as extreme as they can. So when I see the lines at McDonald's or Starbucks, I see the nice cars going through the drive-thru, I see the long lines, I'm going, even today, the economy can't be that bad. Even in my hometown here of Marshfield, I drove down the spur to look for retail space to rent. Now there's like 3 or 4 spots on the square, but that's it. There's one restaurant that used to be Rib Crib that's available, but I wouldn't want it because you had to go in there and remodel the whole thing. I'd rather take someplace downtown that's a little bit cheaper, just move in and just build whatever I need to build. I don't have to take out restaurant equipment, don't have to do this, do that, and whatever it's zoned for. It's like, yeah. So that Rib Crib place is going to sit empty for a while. Anyway, so my friend Edward Simic, he said, right, meaning a $14 an hour wage is the new $10 an hour. Now remember, this was 2 years ago, okay? People wanted more money and the cost of goods to stay low, but we and I both know that's not how it works. But it didn't. With the rise in pay, thus went the cost of goods, which is why a lot of people argue that raising the minimum wage overall was a horrible idea. It is a horrible idea because it makes everything go up in price. So you want to have your cake and eat it too. It's basically, people still have to learn to live within their means. Absolutely. If it means living on Roma noodles, whew, I'm going to take off this jacket. Oh, hold on. I had to do it. It was just getting too hot. I'm going to wear at least part of the video. It is part of the brand, part of the look. This woman says, her name is Levita. I have no idea where you would live to find the conditions you describe, but it's nowhere near here or places nearby. Better to stay there because the rest of us are struggling greatly. Okay, I'm not denying that there are Americans who are struggling. Life has always been a struggle. It's been like that since the Garden of Eden, when God said, by the sweat of your brow, you're going to work. Yeah, it's been like that for centuries. What else is new? We've always had struggling in America. Life itself is a struggle. But Levita's not... So... She's not the only one. A lot of people left comments like hers, saying, what planet are you living on? The economy is bad, but my eyes don't deceive me. You walk into a restaurant, it's full. You have to wait to get a seat. The drive-through lines are full. To this day, drive-thrus are still doing well. That part is true. Housing in the car market has slowed down. That is true. You can Google search anything I'm telling you. That's why you can't get away with anything, but how many people actually do a Google search? Most people are too lazy to do that. But all they have to do is go on Google, go on your search engine, and if you know what, search. It's not easy to dig up information. I mean, it's not hard to dig up information. All you gotta do is do a little bit of homework. Let's see. Mary Pope says people are holding off on selling and relocating because of the economy. Fewer houses are available is why they're going fast. So she's not denying what I'm saying as far as the real estate market at that time. But now interest rates are high. The cost of new construction is outrageous, which is true. She's telling the truth. Our government is printing money like crazy and sending it out to foreign countries. All true. Mary Pope speaks the truth here. Instead of helping the American people. Okay, she's wrote too much here for me to read. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to read all that. Yeah, okay, let's go on to the next one. She wrote a whole lot more, but for time reasons, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I might do a podcast version of this where I will read the whole thing. Peggy Maines says, this supposed to be funny? You're not living reality if you really believe. She thinks I'm not living in reality, yet my eyes don't deceive me. Restaurants are full. Theme parks are full. Houses and cars are selling like crazy. Products are flying off the shelf. Do my two eyes deceive me? I trust my eyes. Not what Fox News says or some other YouTuber says. What? These two eyeballs right here. It's like sometimes when I need a weather forecast, I trust myself than the weatherman on KY3. I'll go outside and take a look and go, well, it's probably going to rain today. That's my Native American side. I'm half Native American. So I trust my eyes. Yeah, my own eyes. I trust my eyes. Jim says, what world are you living in? Theta 8. That's a joke. Taken off Star Trek. The real estate and car markets have tanked here in California. Gas is $7 a gallon. Well, he's in California. But overall, the housing market at the time was booming. I know because I go to these networking groups, and that's what the realtors there are telling me. I don't... D.L. Reynolds says, if you think the economy is better, you are not living on Earth. But, see, this is what's wrong with people going down an echo chamber instead of trusting their eyeballs. They sit there and they watch CNN, they watch Fox, or whatever echo chamber they go down, and they believe everything that the news people tell them. The economy is bad, the economy is bad, people are struggling. 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. It's always been this way. Always been this way. That's just a statistical fact. You can go back in time. I'm 57, so I remember the 1970s. I do. I remember the gas lines. I remember the double-digit interest rates. Houses were not selling. Cars were not selling. People were being replaced by robots in factories. People being laid off. The 70s were not all that great. I remember we had a hostage crisis in Iran. 52 hostages for 444 days. Yes, I lived through all that. I remember all that. That's the problem. I'm older, but I also have a good memory. If you think the economy is better, you are not living on Earth. Do you support Biden? No. See, that's the instant assumption. When I say the economy must be booming, they must think you must hate Trump and love Biden. No. I don't love Trump, but I don't love Biden. I'm just making an observation with my two eyes. It has nothing to do with who's sitting in the Oval Office. I don't give a shit because my opinion of that is it's a private club and you and I are not in that club. It doesn't matter who you vote for. George Carlin is correct. They're two sides of the same coin. It's a WWE wrestling match. And behind the cameras, they're buddy-buddy. Yeah, don't be fooled. You need to prepare for the coming tribulations. Life has always been a struggle. Yeah, the signs are all around you. They've been saying that for years. They were saying that when I was a teenager. The end of the world is coming. Jesus is coming soon. The rapture is going to happen. They've been saying that for decades. I've been hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, and I'm going, Y2K. The computers are going to crash. Never happened. 2012, the Mayan calendar. Nothing happened. Yeah. I'm not denying that, Jesus might come again. The Christians could be right on that. I mean, we're all going to die sometime. I'm so glad others see the foolishness in this post because when I read it last night, I thought to myself, just ignore it, Brandy. Just stay quiet. I am in the construction business, and I can say work is harder to come by than with Trump in office. People do not have the cash flow to remodel. It depends on what market you're in. Like I said, the realtors I talk to, they can't build houses fast enough. The handyman I talk to, they're on call all the time. So I don't know who she's talking to, but the people I talk to are saying, I'm overworked. I talk to plumbers, overworked. Anyone in the trades at that time in 2022, overworked. To this day, they're overworked. We don't have enough people in the trades. There's not enough electricians, not enough plumbers. There's just not enough of them. And they're feeling a little overwhelmed and overworked. Let's see. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. 6 more comments. But he wrote a long one too, which we're not going to go over. Bobby says, the economy sucks right now. We need to stop printing money and borrowing money we can't afford to pay back. Becky says, houses are selling, I'll give you that, and jobs are plentiful, but I can't take a vacation because of the high prices of gas and food. But somebody's taking vacations, even now. I know it's summer, and Branson always fills up. The fact that Branson is overwhelmed is a sign of a healthy economy. To me, that's an obvious sign the economy is doing okay. I know it's that time of year for Branson to be swamped. But my argument is, if the economy is so bad, there wouldn't be any traffic in Branson. Branson would have nothing. Steal Your Dollar City would be begging for customers to come through their doors. Yeah, then you know the economy is really bad. When the restaurants are empty, theme parks are empty, the lines at the drive-thru are empty and out, then you know it's bad, because people can't afford to go out and eat. And that's just using your own 2 eyeballs. Yeah, there are families who are struggling. We've always had that. That has always been throughout history. There's no denying of that. That's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And there's one more thing I want to do before ending this video. I encourage everyone to go to my YouTube channel, because I will definitely post this on Facebook first and then go to YouTube. But, let's see. Let's go to my analytics. I want to show you something. My Creator Studio. Analytics. Wow, look at that. Now, I didn't know I had that many people watching my YouTube channel. I had no clue. But when I checked my analytics, this is what I found. Okay, I'm gonna put the screen up where you can, because I have an internet out here, so can you see that? Look at that. All right, got a screenshot of that? All right. So I can't do picture-in-picture because I don't have the fiber optic cable out here, so I have to do everything the old-fashioned way. I can still get it done. You know, I just don't have that capability right now. But it doesn't stop me from putting out videos. There's nothing wrong with the old-fashioned way of putting it on so you can see it. But I got 3,987 views. Which is up 2.6K more than usual. Watch time, 228.5, 148.5 more than usual. Everything's going up and up. It's only a matter of time before I get monetized. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Then, once I hit monetization, hit 1,000 subs, start doing super chats, open up my merch store. There's so many streams of revenue that would suddenly become available that are not available right now. And when I talk about a labor shortage, it's because people like me who are doing this will make more money than the guy laying down the roads. No disrespect to the guys who do that. But I'm 57. I'm getting up there. So why should a person go to work in the heat, building bridges, roads, putting on roofs, when they can do this? Why should they work at McDonald's when they can do this? How much effort would it take to make more than you can in McDonald's or Wally World? I shouldn't call it McDonald's, it's McYucks. McDeads. But like, comment, share. Even on the Facebook platform you're watching this on, because like, comment, share. Comment below on the state of the economy. Now, I don't deny that prices have gone up, but rent is still obtainable if you do it right. You'll have to get a roommate. You may have to take on a side hustle, because part-time minimum wage never paid the bills. Never has, never will. I used to work two jobs when I was younger. I had to work my ass off. Things weren't easy for me. Okay? So they're not going to be easy for you either. Life is not meant to be easy. We're meant to struggle because it motivates us for change. Even me, I struggle. It motivates me to create content. When I look at my channel views, I'm going, oh my God, my channel's growing. I need to put out more content. I need to get on this bandwagon. Absolutely. It inspires me. I didn't know that many people actually watched. And those are my analytics. I showed it to you. 3,987 views. I picked up 25 subscribers in the last 28 days. Like, comment, subscribe. You can find me on YouTube under Jeremiah Humans. You can find me under that name on any platform that you listen to podcasts on. Because we're going to do a podcast version of this. I'm also going to do another podcast on why does God allow pain and suffering? Why do bad things happen to good people? That'll be an interesting one. But I've got an answer for that. It's an easy answer. I don't know why pastors struggle with this one. To me, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy to answer it. But I showed you my analytics. No new comments lately. I am engaging more, getting more comments. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, it's almost 3 o'clock, and we're up to 33 minutes already. A little bit past, so we're going to have to end this video. Like, comment, share. Go to my YouTube channel. You can find me, Jeremiah Humans, on any platform. I use the same name on all the platforms. I don't change names, change handles, make it confusing for people. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. I even have a theme song on my podcast. Yeah, I have a theme song. My good friend Mays created a theme song. It's got my name in it even. That's pretty cool. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Comment below, like I said. Facebook will get this video first, and then I'll post it to YouTube. And we got to end it because we're almost up to 34 minutes. So thank you. Bye-bye.